Thas, I think I have the wrong intro on there.
I was gonna say, are we live already?
We are gonna I had the wrong
Man,
intro. I
was
had
that even 5 seconds?
No,
Gee.
it's my video intros when I do my, videos. I didn't
Oh, okay.
We can try it again, and I can change my intro.
Oh.
Oh, but we're here, and we are dysfunctional this
Good
morning.
morning, Melissa. Alexa, cancel timer.
Good morning, Brenda, and
Morning, Brenda. Oh, Lori's here.
yes, we are so
Brenda Mumrocks.
we are so dysfunctional this morning. It's amazing. Um, I am good. Hi, Jim. Good morning. So Deb is having all kind of issues, right? Hey, Melanie, I am surprised to see you here. Why aren't you resting? Good morning, Jessica. So Deb is having all kind of issues, because that's Deb, and I
Because
love
I
her.
always do. I'm the one that always has issues.
Hi, Andrea and Jess.
Hey, Jess. Hey, Andrea. Oh,
Melanie,
Miss Melanie, what are you doing here?
yes, you should be resting, not getting into the shower. I know that you want to head back to the hospital soon.
Morning, Jim.
Oh my God.
Jessica.
Um, Deb could not see this morning. She she's on her small on her phone
Yeah,
because
I'm on my phone.
her computer is not paying
It's trying. It's trying.
and good morning, Joe. Did you all see Jess's short on that 70s dress that she made, her quilted dress? It is so pretty, y'all. Y'all need to go and look at it.
I
It
haven't
is.
I haven't watched it yet, but I saw that she made one.
I saw it this morning. I was watching the short this morning, and
Good morning, Joe.
I can't comment on my phone, but it was really really cute, really cute. And let me tell you, I posted it in Discord on the page on Mona's Discord that we went out yesterday. My husband and I went out yesterday, and there was a vendor. They had like a pop-up vendor thing
Good morning, Joyce.
someplace. Hi, Joyce. They had a pop-up vendor thing, and one of the vendor ladies, she took vintage quilts and made clothing out of it. And she made these little halter tops and matching skirts. So it's not, like a mini skirt. It's not a skirt, it's a mini skirt. And all the young girls were like flocking to her booth trying to buy clothing made out of quilts. And I thought that was the neatest thing. Oh, Brenda, still no answers on getting my car fixed, taking it to another mechanic in the morning. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, let me see if stream Nightbot is working today. Let's see if I have to invite
Well,
Night.
I've seen Streamlabs, but I haven't seen Nightbot.
Yeah, Nightbot, well, he says he's online. Nightbot has a mind of its own.
Nightbot has issues with everybody but me. I don't have a problem with him when I can get my computer going. Y'all get to see a different background on me today. Look at that.
Yeah,
Ooh.
are you in your living room?
I'm in the living room right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I still need to put my shoes on. I
And
have to wear my shoes all the time.
oh, Zaza's here. Good morning, Zaza. On my little screen.
Oh, there she is. Hi,
Oh, Zaza.
Man, I lost my voice there.
You haven't had a chance to suck on one of your cough drops.
She says this is one of my favorite parts of the whole week.
That just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
It does.
Warm and fuzzy.
I tell her all the time, everybody likes this time.
And this morning when I woke up, well, I went on Nick's channel. I was watching Nick and Flor Florna Florna this morning for a little bit. But when I turned on my phone, the first thing that was on was this big old wiener mobile. I wonder who that belonged to. That live below.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't been able to watch it yet. I was doing other things. I was getting lunch ready and everything else. Brent, I wear my shoes also concrete floors without making my oh, it makes your leg cramp.
Well, mine don't cramp without the shoes, but they start swelling.
Oh, good.
And the shoes help keep the swelling down.
Well, some of us walk around bare feet.
I know. I used to all the time.
I
And
walk.
then I couldn't figure out why my feet were constantly swollen.
Hmm.
I've had that foot surgery and everything. And he kept telling me, he says, "Are you wearing your shoes at home?" I said, "No." I said, "But I have slippers that have the hard bottoms." And he says, "No, that's not the same." I said, "Okay." So I started wearing my shoes then in the house, and my swelling went down.
Jess is gonna make another '70s dress, but in Wienermobile colors because she has to make her uniform. You gotta get that little
That's
hat too.
great.
You gotta get that little cap. Make sure you get that little cap.
Well,
So
I love slippers. I love slippers. But since I had the foot surgery, I can't get a slipper on my left foot. It's it's too high. It won't fit in my shoes. It still fits width-wise, but not height-wise.
so I'm
And
I'm
my feet are both two different sizes now.
Brenda says she's buffering this morning, so I would suggest Brenda filling yourself up with some coffee, and everything will straighten out. I buffer in the morning too. Oh, Joe, I thought you weren't speaking to me for a moment. So there's really not much going on. I have four quilts, um, pin basted and everything. Gets ready for George this week. I will be quilting on George. He needs to be fed. He's lonely. I have two other projects in the works. Um,
I have Singing in the Rain to put borders on this morning
oh, you
so
guys.
that I got something to do during the live. And then I'm leaving and going over to Shirley's this afternoon so we can do the leaders because she's going to serge the edges for me
Hmm.
because she has a serger. She says, "Oh, Deb, you really need a serger." And I'm like, "No, I don't. I just need to come over here and get you to do it." So we're going to make my leaders this afternoon. And then tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be starting on the cutie for real instead of air sewing.
I'm so
And
excited.
I have at least 20 quilts that need to be quilted.
You'll be so excited. You'll be like Mona. I mean, because Mona is like now making all these quilts and stuff so she can play on her cutie. And
Oh, Shirley or Zaza says, remember to show Shirley how to use Discord.
yes,
Well,
yes.
yeah, because she's been trying to get in there when we go in and sew. And she says, I can hear you guys, but you guys can't hear me. And I don't see nothing else. So I said, you got to turn the video on or, maybe unmute yourself or something. She says, I was yelling at the phone and nobody heard me.
Good morning, Leanna.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Leanna.
Good morning, Giovanna. So yeah, I don't have a lot going on. It's like we meet all the time, and I've already poured out my heart on Discord, so y'all know what's going on.
Hi, honey, to Leanna's honey.
Hi, honey.
He's there too.
And you're all singing in
Good
the
morning, Banana Joe.
you're all singing in the rain. Everybody's looks so good. I mean, everybody, and no one looks alike. I mean, two of you used the same fabric, and you still came out with different quilts,
Yeah.
looking quilts. I mean, that's amazing.
Well, I was looking through the quilts and I think that there's only two that did the actual quilt per the recipe. And that was Melanie and Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else changed theirs somehow.
Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody, and they all look fabulous. They all look so good. And I think that singing in the rain, I don't know what it is because a lot of people slow down during the summer months because they're going on vacation. They're, taking advantage of the warm weather, being out in their gardens and stuff. But it seems like Melanie is a quilting machine, I mean, a sewing machine right now.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I don't know how she's cutting her fabric and stuff, but everybody is just going. I mean, they're just
Oh,
making quilts, just making things.
yeah.
And,
Lori did hers by the pattern too. I've
and
been looking at so many of them that I forget who's done what.
Oh, they're so good. And if for anybody that's listening, that's just lurking, we do have two Discord channels. We have a Discord channel on Mona's and a Discord channel on my side, and we all just kind of move from back and forth. We forget where our conversations are at.
Yeah.
We start
We
on one Discord and end on another Discord.
Mine just ding ding dings all the time because I have to know what's going on.
And so we get to see the behind the scenes things.
There she is.
Good morning, Shirley. We get to see the behind scenes, the frustration and everything through
Yeah,
this
yeah,
putting the quilt process, but everybody helps each other, and you are all welcome in the future. If you're watching this, you are all welcome to join either Mona's or my Discord, both or one. It doesn't really matter, and it's free. You do not have to be a member to either channel. We just ask that you be respectful in the Discord. If you're not respectful in the Discord, we will bump you out. But other than that, we get together, we sew, we
yeah,
complain. Somebody who is not here right now likes to send me pictures of bread. You know,
yeah, yeah.
she likes to send them pictures of bread.
That's the only way you're going to get some.
Yep, because she hasn't put it in the mail for me yet. But yeah, so you're all welcome to join the Discord. If you cannot get on the Discord, the links don't work, you can always email me and I will send you an invite. Um, I'm trying to think. There have been and I have not been watching much YouTube during the workday because my work week has been really, really busy. Sometimes I play the videos behind me while I'm working, and y'all, some of the things, Vintage Style by Joe, she has got the quilting bug too. I mean, she is just making these cute little quilts. We've got a lot of people just I mean, people quilting. Where you going, Deb? Where you
I'm
going?
coming back in here to the computer. I see that it's trying.
It's trying. Ah, right, Joe? It's FOMO. FOMO. So I had said I wasn't gonna work on any quilts. I wasn't gonna sew any quilts. And I lied because I actually finished one. I'm starting two. I've got my quilting going on behind there. And then there's a secret project that I'm going to be working on that is so cute and I hope it comes out. I can't put anything else Discord on my phone. It's about to explode. Yeah, I was telling my husband that I think I need a new phone soon, that my phone is, I have to charge it more often. And I don't know if it's because everybody's burning it up with the Discord and, or YouTube or whatever, but it seems like my phone is always on the charger. So, yeah, that's going on. Um I don't know what to talk about, Deb. I don't know.
Brenda, you can go on the web browser if you don't want to download the app. Yeah, I don't have it downloaded.
Zaza said her phone is slowly dying. Well, eh, I think so. I have Verizon, and I think that the phone companies, after a while, if your phone is like so many years old, they start toggling your phone down, or they do something on the background because you're not getting all the updates that slow your phone down to purposefully make you go out and buy a better phone. So, or a new phone. And I'm really resisting because phones are expensive.
Phones are very expensive. I can get sewing machine cheaper than a phone.
You can. I mean, because if I thought I could do everything I wanted to do with a little inexpensive flip phone, I would. But I do too much with my phone. So I need my little computer with me all the time. I need
Oh, Joe's cutting pattern pieces for her new project.
Oh. Joe has had a lot of videos coming out. The phone
Look
manufacturer.
at Banana Joe. She says it took her an hour to catch up on the chat and Discord.
It was so busy yesterday. I mean, I wasn't on Discord very much yesterday, but my phone just kept going beep, 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 beep the whole time. It's like they are chatting up a storm. Brenda, all your cookies, I have to clean my phone once a week. Yes, Jessica, I agree. That's because phones are now computers. They really are, and they're expensive. And I do not use Apple products. I'm a droid. I like the droids.
Yep,
Uh,
I do too. My kids like the apples, but my
yeah,
husband and I were both Samsung
what
Galaxy.
what is that one phone call for old people that that all it does is make calls and texts?
Jitterbug.
Yeah, I need a little jitterbug. Jitterbug.
Jitterbug. I just think of it's the dance.
Good morning, Denise.
Well,
Um,
good morning, Denise. How are ya?
Leanna said, I've never cleaned my phone. How do I do that? Okay, so on an iPhone, I cannot tell you how you clean that. I have no knowledge of iPhones. I actually I actually go once a week and I clear my cache and I clear my downloads because your phone will automatically download things and it takes up storage. So I go in and I actually clean my phone once a week and take all those nasty little bits and pieces out. What is Giovanna saying, Brenda, not true? What are we talking about here?
Brenda says, I've heard that also. The upgrades add bugs to your phones.
Well, okay, so they're not bugs. They're actually trackers. And every time you're on your phone, and it's just a cookie. So anytime you go and you put an app on your phone, a website does an update, they add more cookies to track your buying habits, whatever. When you go on Google, Google does it all the time. Those cookies will slow down your phone just like they do your computer. So you have to go in and actually choose what cookies you want to track you. And so that's part of my cleanup too. Yep, Zaza, what you say, the upgrades are security updates and cookies. Yeah, so they're not bugs. However, if you accidentally go into a website that is not secure, and you don't know who they are, and you can't see that it's a secure website, there's a chance that they may have a bug, but that's taken care of with cleaning it. Phones cost more than I used to spend on cars. I agree. Well, cars are really expensive today too. Very expensive.
Yeah.
So let me see what was in the sewing room. There were a couple of channels that I found and I subscribed to, and I'm gonna have to share them because they are some of the channels are seasoned quilters or creators, and they are just starting out in the YouTube world, and they produce very, I mean, very
Oh, God.
Good morning, Jamie. It's been a minute since I got to say hi to you. Yeah, Giovanna, she has her phone on, then she's trying to get her computer up. So there may be an echo
I
while
grabbed it. Oh, no, something's wrong.
you miss everything. So there's some good channels that I found that I'm gonna be sharing out. Very good channels. I did make a purchase, not Jess, Jessica, if you're still listening. I did find that fabric and I found the dragons and it's from a little store in Washington. Oh, I lost her altogether. A little store in Washington. Good morning, Annette. How are you? Oh, Deb's back. Hold on one second.
Sorry, I had to leave this one over here so I could get into this one.
Okay, Zaza, let me get into that. Yeah, Jessica, I found that fabric and I'm excited. I loved it. Tell me about it, and I have a long arm to pay. Wait, money, and I have a long arm to pay for. Can't buy a car. Yeah, cars are pretty expensive. So yeah, I have a long arm to pay for. So let me
Sorry.
go in here. Deb, tell me who needs. Tell me I gotta go in here and give Jim some shells so he can play.
Oh. Oh, Jessica's cooking.
Jessica is a gourmet cook, a gourmet chef.
Good
Go
morning,
ahead.
Teresa.
Good morning, Teresa. I can't see you, but good morning, Teresa.
Well, I just happened because I had to back up since I missed some people. Annette, good morning.
Oh, where is Jim?
Jamie. Oh, my Jamie. Jamie says she knows that she misses everything.
Well, everybody is so busy, and I do not get offended if people cannot be on the live. Everybody has a life,
Yep.
and I encourage them to live that life to the fullest. I think Lori, I'm giving you some. I don't know if you gambled it all last week. And Jamie's here. So we may or may not have another so long this fall, aside from Mona's. So,
Jamie says long arms and cars are about the same price.
yes. So if anybody who was not here last week and did not get additional shells, let me know.
Shirley, I got the borders cut, but I haven't sewed them on. I'm going to sew them on during the live later with Mona and Lisa. No, get them sewed on and it's done.
Donna, I did not get my bread delivery yesterday. I'm still waiting. I keep getting, and wait, let's see, I keep getting an ad that makes me have to restart.
Oh,
What?
did you get Annette some shells?
Let's see. Where is she?
Fabric Magician Annette.
No, I meant where is she in my thing?
Oh.
In the.
Joe says some lady took my shells.
I don't know who that lady was. When you find her, you let me know. I'll take care of it.
Zaza says, Jim, you missed Shellgate. Lisa stole them all. She took them all back to the beach.
I had to set it free. Set it free. Where is Annette?
And that says what happened to all my shells.
That's where it went. That's where it went.
She took them back to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to get your little metal detectors or whatever it is you got to do to find shells. Go back out to the beach and find some more.
I think it needs. I don't know why Annette. I'm looking, and as soon as you show up on the back end of this streamline.
Donna says she's going to be baking bread today.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie's got 5,000 shells.
Oh, okay. There's Annette.
Joe says, yeah, Giovanna, no named lady robbed us.
I did. I ain't gonna.
Shirley's going to make that ice cream bread. Have you seen that coming up on YouTube?
Uh-uh.
Oh my God, it's the thing right now to make ice cream bread. And Shirley's brother told her about it, so she's going to try and make it today. And I get to be there. Oh. So I get to have baked bread today too, Donna.
You're right, Jessica. Donna's a tease. And you know, the thing is, she tags me every time she has a fresh loaf. Like, look what I have. Look what I made. Look what I pulled out of the oven.
Zaza, it's a short clip that's been on YouTube. And I watch Dustin Headley. Yeah, Dustin Headley. I watch him, and so many people sent him the video of it that he did it too. And he just says, "Oh my God, it's amazing." He says, "And I can cook this just for me."
I probably could too, because bread and I have an unhealthy relationship. Baked bread and I, unhealthy, especially if it's sourdough.
Zaza, Joe, I named and shamed.
She did. Good morning, Cheryl. How are you? And Shirley's telling you there's no promises, Dad, that you're gonna get any of that bread.
I get one bite at least.
Oh, so Deb, you got to eat cake yesterday.
Yes, I did. I got to have a piece of cake. And I
Yes.
haven't had cake in I don't know how long. It was white cake with a little bit of frosting. A little bit.
And
Oh
did you
my
love
God.
it?
I
Did you?
loved it. I just ate every single bite, let me tell you.
Was there drool coming down? Did people offer you a
Oh,
bib?
my eyes just glazed over going, oh. And it was funny too because um one of my brothers, he has diabetes too.
Mm-hmm.
And he has one of these patch thingies too.
Mm-hmm.
And he checked his sugar 223. And I said, whoa. And he says, sure, or his wife Terry, she kept going, but he ate cake with frosting on it. And I said, well, I ate cake with frosting on it too. I said, I had one of the middle pieces so that it didn't have hardly any frosting on it, but I wanted frosting.
Annette,
And she says, well, what's yours? So I did mine, 105.
so I'm all into this. I found this. I think it's on Amazon. I don't know. My husband found it. This a food challenge thing. You know, one of those food shows, those food
Yeah.
challenge shows. And it is from New Zealand. It is they're from, I think they're all from New Zealand or something. And this woman made this dessert that looked so good. It almost made me want to cook. It almost made me want to bake. It looks so good. Oh,
Yes, Shirley, I had one itty bitty bite of that. Kel got it, and I said, oh, what's that? And he says, it's a brownie cookie cake. And I said,
and
oh. So I said, I want a bite. I got the littlest piece off of him. My God, a mouse couldn't eat it. But anyway, I tried it. I was just giving my other brother a hard time because his sugar went so high. I said, dang, you must have ate a bunch of the other stuff before you had that cake.
Annette, you have shells, so you can play. Brenda, I'm really sorry. I love a stick shift though. I love riding in this stick shift. And Joe, Lisa, almost what? Yes, almost. almost made me wanna cook. It almost. My husband asked me last night because we went out to eat at Nuke's, and you guys probably don't have a Nuke's where you're at, but, we went out to eat at Nuke's, and it's just like a little pizza, sandwich, a salad place, and they make very, very good salads. But we ate there, and then I normally don't cook anything big at night. He asked me at 4 o'clock or something, "Are you cooking supper?" I'm like, "You let me know hours in advance if you need me to cook you something. I gotta prepare. I gotta mentally say I must cook."
Yeah.
How many you know, no problem in that. I have to mentally prepare to cook.
I love fritters too, Shirley.
Mhm.
Hi, Cheryl. I didn't get to say hi because I was trying to go from one thing to another.
Melissa's on Discord, isn't she?
Who?
Melissa, are you on Discord? You You need to get on Discord because I have a page on it where we share pictures of our fur babies, and I would love to see your fur baby.
Yes.
When it doesn't have to be fur babies, it can be gemmas and things like that. It can be rabbits and not necessarily your dogs or cats. It could be any animal that you want to share. I cook for myself and my daughter only, and I do what I want. Yeah, well, I cook for my husband. I think that if I was by myself, I would just eat soups and salads and sandwiches. But my husband needs more sustenance than that. Birds. Some birds. There's some birds, I don't really want a picture of your pet vulture or something.
This is
Good
this is the
morning,
one
June.
that Mona and I are going to do on Mondays come September.
Hold on, I'm gonna make you big. Now that is not a free pattern, right? That is a purchase.
No,
Right.
that's why I'm reminding everybody now. Mona and I got this pattern when it was on sale for the $5 a month. It's their $5 a month pattern.
Mhm.
So that's how we got it so cheap.
I like that.
And yes, it's another Beverly McCullough. We really like Beverly McCullough.
Y'all.
Sometimes she does really weird ones, and other times she does really pretty, like this one. I
Y'all.
still have that other one to do, Melody Lane. That one that I bought a kit for. This one I don't have a kit for it, but somebody sent me. Let me get to it here. I have it all piled up, waiting to go.
Lori bought it.
Somebody sent me a layer cake. Oh no, it's a fat quarter bundle. Fat quarter bundle.
Yes. I don't know who sent you that fat quarter bundle.
Oh, I just don't know who sent it to me.
I don't
But
know.
I had asked for blues because I'd like to do that in mostly blues. And this pretty little fat quarter bundle made it to my house. It's very pretty. I'm excited to start it.
Giovanna
I
said,
want
lucky you.
Huh?
Giovanna said, lucky you.
Yes. I have very good friends.
Who buys too much fabric sometimes.
Oh, Brenda has a delicious keto cheese Danish recipe.
I was thinking of Lori this morning from Quilting in the Country, Lori. And if you don't know, Lori goes live Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 Eastern time every week. And if you just need some background noise and company in the sewing room, she does very she does the whole starching thing. Um, but she's got a good channel. Joe
Cheryl
wants
Cruz
Joe
says she
wants
wants to do a bird quilt. It's on her list of I want to do.
who said that? Shirley?
Cheryl.
Cheryl?
Cheryl Cruz. Well, this one is really cute because it's got four birds on it, and then the rest are all flowers.
I think wasn't it
And,
so
and you
Terry
can do either bluebirds or you could do cardinals or, whatever kind of bird you want to do.
so Terry posted I believe it was a free bird pattern on Discord. I believe it was a free bird pattern and it was just birds. It's just the birds.
I have a free one that's a cardinal.
Well, the one she posted, it looked like they were all bluebirds or something, but you could do it. Hi, Leanna again. You could
No,
post.
Joe, I didn't win it. I just have a really good friend. I keep getting behind in my chat.
Oh, that's okay. I'm letting you catch up. Um,
Oh, I got here. Well, this one doesn't have birds, but this is the other one that I want to get done.
Zaza wants to know if you're really ready for more Beverly.
Yes, I love Beverly.
They do. She and
And
several.
this one here, I have an extra pattern too. So if I ever get to 500, somebody can get a pattern.
Cheryl, George, thank you for asking. George is doing fine. I have 4 quilts basted that he will be fed this week. I'm not going to start sewing. I'm not going to start quilting on him today because I'm hosting the live at 11 and it's really hard. You have to kind of watch the chat.
Hey, do I have to do it next week?
I don't know whose turn it is because you and Mona switched. So I don't know what schedule you're on. I'm thinking it originally would have been, didn't you follow me and then it
I
was,
originally followed you all the time.
so we can just go back to that. I
Okay.
don't, but it's up to you.
I just need to know because I really need to get them set up because I have nothing set up for June. Nothing. Not Fridays, not anything.
I don't have this at 11 o'clock is my last one that I have set up. So I have to go in and set it up tomorrow.
Yeah, Tilda has some free patterns with the birds. I was in Tilda's yesterday looking at all the free patterns.
Well, you know what I put in my shopping cart? I have not purchased it yet. On your live on Friday, I may or may not have been shopping while I was on your
Oh,
live.
yeah. Good morning, Sandy.
I found some Lorelei. Lorelei. I found some Lorelei apron prints. And so I may or may not have put those in my shopping cart. But I'm not going to pull the trigger on them until I find out if there's any June specials from Quilted Twins.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if there's any specials and then I'm going to kind of.
Yes, Zaza. I was looking at that dress pattern yesterday too, and I downloaded it.
Which dress pattern?
Tilda. She's got a dress pattern that's in the free ones.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't make it all the way through the free ones before I had to leave, but
Alicia had that cute dress pattern that she made up for her grandma's, her, Quilty Bird.
Yeah.
Alicia, she had a pattern where she was making dresses, and I don't remember if it was a free pattern or if she had to purchase the pattern, but she did
Dresses
it.
on the quilt.
Yes, and she used some fabulous fabric. She does really good. Um, oh, Giovanna, I did tell the truth. It's in my cart. I just haven't made the final purchase. It's in my cart, and
I
it's
put lots of things in the cart.
there's more than one panel in there.
Uh-huh. And
I
then
may have
emails going, you left something in your cart.
Oh, because I'm gonna make a skirt out of it. I'm gonna make a long skirt out of the 4 panels, and I needed 4 panels because I'm short enough where I can use the panels as a skirt. But I'm gonna make a skirt out of it. So we'll see.
Oh,
It's
Melanie, they're the cute little sundress type things with just the sleeves going like this. They're not spaghetti straps. They're the wider strap up here,
Mhm.
but there's no sleeves.
Well, Giovanna, you know how I like to use my aprons? I do not have one. Do you know why? Because I think this is my only, um, y'all call it pajamas, but I live in my pajamas all day, so it's my day clothes, my home day clothes, and, this is the only one I
Oh,
generally
Melanie,
do
I'm
not wear.
talking about a quilt, not an
What?
actual dress pattern. A quilt where the dresses have the looks more like a sundress.
Leanna is saying that she has a private code from Carmen's that
Yeah.
she can share on her channel until June 15th. Well, share away, share away. Here lately with Leanna, because sometimes I think Leanna, one day I'm going to wake up and Leanna's going to be live at 3 o'clock in the morning. She keeps going
I was
earlier
gonna
and
say, she
earlier.
keeps getting earlier and earlier.
Hi, Sandy. How are you? Um, she keeps getting earlier and earlier, and there are things. Good morning, Tasha. There are things that I have to do in the morning that I can't always watch the live, and then I'll put Leanna, y'all, on the background when I'm starting Mark. But
Oh, Zaza bit the bullet. She pre-ordered Tula Gray Works.
oh, did you?
She did that this morning.
So I don't know if Lori, Quilting in the Country, Lori is still watching. I was saying earlier that I had to give my Lori Holt a new bin, a bin all for herself of my Lori Holt fabric. And Lori Holt has this quilt that is coming out. And I think I'm gonna buy the kit, but it's the one with the animals standing on each other.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna have to buy the full kit on that one. It is so cute.
No, Brenda, it's not an actual dress. It's like Millie's dresses that we did with the different clothing pattern on a certain dress. And it looks like a little sundress is what it looks like, but it has wider
Straight,
straps,
yeah.
wider straps up here. Can't you get what I'm talking about?
Lori, you're getting it too? I am. I'm gonna go. Where are you getting yours from? Because I think I'm gonna pre-order mine from the Fat Quarter Shop.
Oh,
Zaza,
Leanna just wrote down the code.
and Zaza wants to do the Elizabeth Hartman quilt. Uh, her pieces are just too tiny, and I have to do that when I don't have anything planned for like 6 months, because those tiny pieces will take me forever. But I love Elizabeth Hartman. I love the look of her quilts. But that Lori Hope quilt I saw, oh, one day. I saw it when I was on the web, when I was on the internets, and I'm gonna get it. Is that's why you haven't done one yet? Yeah, I don't want it's so the pieces are so is Mona here? Hi, Mona. Um, the pieces are so tiny, and I don't wanna get frustrated with it, and I want to be able to focus on it, and I wanna be able to do more with it than just one little block, a week, so or a month or however. So she is my retirement project. Whenever I retire, that is probably something that I will work on. Because
Good
if
morning, Tasha. Good morning, Mona.
because if a quilt takes me longer than a month to complete and quilt, that's a little bit too much for me.
Good morning, June.
Oh, Annette is a big gambler. Look at that. So, I'm looking. She is. It's big. Big is big. Big. Oh, so I don't know. I really, really, my husband is getting ready to go out in the yard and do some yard work. Oh, Zaza, see, that's just too much. That 3 years. I can't. I can't. My mind would be so unhappy. My brain would be so unhappy working on something for 3 years.
My hands would be.
Yeah. Mona forgot it was Sunday. Is it still raining over there, Mona?
I thought it. I thought it was Saturday all over again.
Yeah, Mona's going to be working on. I hope. Did they come in and clean up your that grass all over your mulch? No rain yet today. That's good. Maybe it will stay clear, so you won't have a problem out in the yard. And it's kind of funny because I watch you all, and you're talking about putting your garden out, and this is how everything is different, whether it's just different across the
Yeah.
US. Is that
Sherry.
my daughter has harvested good morning, Sherry. My daughter has harvested cucumbers and radishes and tomatoes. Um, she is already picked green beans because there is no gardening weather in August. You got to get it before the end of July. But she had her plants in the ground. She's getting vegetables. She says she has so many cucumbers that she is making pickled Korean cucumbers.
No, Mona did not get the guy to clean it up because she fired him. So that's what Mona has to do after our next live. She's going to be out doing yard work, cleaning all that up.
Yeah, I read that and I would have been so upset. My husband would have been so upset. Mona, it's cheaper to get a mower and mow it yourself.
Yeah, but there are limitations that come along with that.
Mhm.
Like me, there's no way I could mow the grass.
We have only just planted cucumbers, and they have to be in a greenhouse. Now, my daughter shows me. She texts me almost every day with something that she has picked from her garden because my daughter, unlike her mama, has a green thumb and she can grow everything except rosemary. She keeps taking clippings of my rosemary that actually died after 8 years. The rosemary plant died, but she would take clippings of my rosemary, and she could never get the rosemary to grow.
Hmm. Melissa says it's not supposed to get any rain there till the end of the week.
Oh, that's good. It's
We're
gonna
supposed
be
to get some really hot weather here pretty soon.
we're gonna be in the 90s this coming week or this week because
Yeah,
today's
that's what we're in. Yeah.
Mona, yeah, doing yard work is really hard, and my husband's used to it. Zaza said,
My
Rosemary,
husband loves to do it because he gets another walk in doing the mowing.
yeah, Rosemary doesn't do well. It's too woody, so she takes the top every spring. I had new tops, and she would root them, and they would root, but they would not grow in the soil that she has because she lives 2 hours away from me. And Georgia's kind of funny because the soil is really different everywhere. And where the rosemary grew really, really well for me, it did not grow well. It does not grow well for her at all.
Well, Mona's going to plant her garden today.
Oh, good. She'll be showing pics. Um, this week, back to the 90s. Yeah, we're in the 90s this week. It's like I don't know where spring went. Okay, Jamie. Thank you for stopping in. Hopefully, we'll get to talk to you soon. Oh, Sherry Wiggins, okay. So Sherry, what was Sherry saying? She lives in the sand dunes in Savannah. Yeah, I don't think much would grow out there. Yeah, and they've had rain. Yeah, I just do not have a green thumb. There are certain things I can grow, and then there are other things that I think I hold them and they start dying. As soon
I
as I
can grow plants as long as they don't have any flowers or nothing. As long as it's just green plants, I can grow them. That's it.
I can grow anything that starts from a bulb. If it starts from a bulb and they're in the ground and they propagate, I can do.
Okay, so they don't depend on you for life.
No, they don't. They don't. But if I'm like everybody else and I go to a place and buy tomatoes and stuff and have to grow it, they will not survive. They just will not survive. But anything that you just throw in the ground and they grow, yeah, I do well with them.
Oh, Teresa says to tell her to put it in a pot until it gets established.
Oh, let me see something. Well, Mona, I'm with you. I can't do yard work
Yep,
either.
I can't either. Mona
And
does way more than I do.
well, it's kind of funny because I'm from a warm climate in Hawaii, but if the temperatures get out in the 90s, I will get physically sick if I'm in the heat too much. I get sunstroke really, really easy. And I remember one time my husband and I went fishing and it was like 90 degrees. I was just as sick as all get out on my way home. I mean, my husband thought that I would have to go to the emergency room. I have a green thumb in pots.
I read it wrong to begin with. I thought she was talking about something else. Now that one tickled me. That's my problem when I'm looking at my phone to read it. I should put the chat up here so I can at least read it right.
So what kind of garden is Mona growing?
Mona, my garden is all in pots, not pot, Deb. Oh no, you could grow your own medicine that way. Oh, no, that's good. That made my eyes water. I was giggling so much.
Hi, Shirley. Shirley, you don't need a clean house just because Deb's coming over.
I say it don't have to be clean for me.
She wants the cake. That's your priority, okay? It's
That's
the
right.
ice.
I
It's
want
the ice.
cake and I want my leaders done.
Her priority is ice cream bread and leaders, not a clean house. She won't be looking around. And if she does look around, she'll
If
let us
I
know.
do, you have to put a rag in my hand and I'll dust.
Jessica said, I'm the same, Lisa. I suffered heat stroke every summer growing up in Puerto Rico and Hawaii were not fun for me. Yeah, it's just funny. I have a small window of time that I can be outside. If it's too cold, well, I just don't like the cold. And if it's too hot, I physically get sick,
Uh-huh.
which is one of the reasons why my husband doesn't let me go out and do yard work in the middle of the day when he's out. I have to
Yeah.
do it first thing in the morning when people are still asleep. That's when I'm trimming my bushes or things. Yeah, heat stroke is horrible, and I'll be in the bed for days. And when I used to have those severe migraines, it seems like it would take me a week to get over it. I would have a migraine every day
Yeah.
because of heat. Bye, Shirley.
Annette says her husband grows her medicine and her sons make it into a cream for her.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Bye, Shirley. See you in a few hours.
I would like to purchase, I would like to have a medicinal garden. And I'm not talking about the same type of medicinal garden that you and Mona were talking about.
Well, I'm always looking to see if there's some kind of plant or something that would help me out better than actual medicine.
Yeah, I would like to have a medicinal garden, but again, I'm not very good. I'm not a very great gardener. And it's funny because I watch all these gardening channels, where they're laying out their plants, they're
Yeah.
telling you what zone. I don't know what zone I live in, but um they tell you how to do this and how to trim and what bugs you should have and what bugs you shouldn't have and all these wonderful stuff. And I'm thinking I was just not blessed in that area. uh, you know, I'll leave everything in the pots for other people, but I would like a natural herb garden. O- And I'm thinking about doing it in my front yard, in my flower beds. But we have some stray cats, or there are stray cats in there are a lot of cats in my neighborhood. And them cats like to get in that flower bed. Is that okay, Sherry? That's the word I was looking for. Holistic planting.
There
I
you go. Yeah.
I would love it just in my front yard, in my little garden flower beds in my front yard to have just some natural plants, herbs and stuff. Notice I have no idea this is only third year of gardening. Well, you did a good job. Last year you were able to collect some things. Mona said herbs. So I have lemon balm, and every year I have to trim my lemon balm back. And that grows really well. And I peel into the lemon balm for mosquitoes because it helps to keep mosquitoes away. I do have to get a new rosemary because I need to put rosemary back down. I liked having my rosemary plant. But I would like to have garlic and stuff. Yeah, last year you did really well, Mona. Your 2nd year, you did really well on your gardens.
Yeah,
Yeah, the 1st year you only got a little handful, but you learned from it, and so the 2nd year
that's
is a lot
right.
better.
And she ate it all.
Mhm, mhm. She did.
And it's not like anything got thrown out. She ate, she picked it, and she went in the house and ate it.
Oh. Okay, so for those who pray, pray for my daughter. She wants to change jobs, and she's thinking about applying for another job that she does not feel she's capable of doing. Um, but pray for her because I think she's highly capable. She just needs a little self-esteem boost. Bye, Melanie.
Oh, a gardenia bush.
I'm hoping your husband gets to come home today. Wait, who's doing a gardenia bush?
Joyce says that she always loved a gardenia bush. They have the best smell.
Sherry, I haven't seen echinacea. Where would I get that
Hi,
from?
Melanie.
Would I have to go to a special thing? Because I haven't seen it in any of the. Because even if I can't plant anything, I like to go through the gardens. I
Yeah,
love gardens.
yeah.
Oh, and my gosh, I will watch a gardening show in the UK anytime because I think they have
Oh, they
the
have the best looking
prettiest,
gardens.
so well manicured. Mm.
Mona says she has rosemary, thyme, dill, mint, chives, and something else.
Yeah, I know when I lived in
To get
Hawaii,
more.
I had all kind of gardenia bushes and had all kind of hibiscus and um I had a lot of plants and all you had to do was go by the side of the road and pinch something, pinch it off and grow it.
Zaza says she has all of her herbs in Belfast sinks so the dogs can't pee on them.
Oh, okay. Okay, Sherry, okay. So I'm really thinking about doing an herb garden. So tell me, I need to get basil to make pesto. Oh, Jim, I had some of the best pesto dressing yesterday. Best. You have plumeria and pakaki. Oh, we used to have okay, so we used to have jasmine growing wild on my fence line, and we had to actually get rid of the jasmine because the jasmine was so fragrant that it messed with my husband's asthma. There was something about the jasmine, and it was really pretty. Okay, so you all are making me want to just go out and get some herbs and stuff and put it in my front yard. But I like herbs. I can grow herbs. I can't grow I can't grow flowering plants.
That's the way I am.
Unless they're bulbs, I can do lilies and things like that. Echinacea are cone flowers. Well, I might kill that. I mean, if you have jasmine growing wild too, yeah, we had to cut it back. I had to go back out there. And then we have holly bushes. I have holly bushes around my house in
Bye, Leanna.
by Leanna. I have holly bushes and I hate trimming them holly bushes back.
Mm.
Because
Mona says she puts little kids' spinners to keep the squirrels away.
you can eat the squirrels.
Bye, Giovanna.
I don't think we used to have a garden years ago, and it was. the wild animals didn't kill it. I think it's because we have dogs. We've always had dogs. But the wild animals didn't kill it. It was some kind of weird bug that killed my dog.
Did you see what Zaza says? Last time I grew
Bye,
tomatoes, the
Giovanna.
hungry dog ate them. They eat strawberries too, and Hugo used to steal my neighbor's pears off the trees. Klepto dogs. Ah.
We have a lot of pear trees around here. And people there it's kind of sad because there are so many pears on their trees that they put it on the side of the road because they rot. They just fall off the tree and they rot, and you can't give them away fast enough.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
What is this? Berberis is awful. What is a berberis? I hope that's not holly. And I don't know the name, but I know my holly bushes.
Well, it's got thorns.
The holly bushes are just horrible, and I keep asking my husband if we can just pull them out. The holly bushes, I think, are 50 years old, and they grow from the bottom up. So not only am I having to trim these holly bushes down, I'm having to dig around them to keep them from spreading. Mona, your pear tree is getting. Oh, we have date plants here, and you cannot keep dates on a once or figs. They're figs. Once you get figs, if the birds will eat all your figs, you have to get out there and harvest the figs before the birds get them. If not, you won't get any. Rita, how are you? Well, I guess Arizona time was not early for you when I saw you on Nick's this morning. June has a hibiscus that grows outside. We haven't fared well with my hibiscus. We buy a hibiscus plant all the time. And we have a rose bush on the side of my house that I think the house is as old as I am. And I think the rose bush is 60 years old. No, it's less than that. I think it's between 50 and 60 years old. Yeah. Yeah, he was a little lit this morning. He had a little slurring of the words going on. His his uh his speech was getting a little slower as the time progressed. Zaza said that she has a hibiscus. It shouldn't grow here, but it survived so far. Yeah, my problem is I don't always remember to them in because if it gets below freezing, they just die and it doesn't come back. Rita, he didn't start that way. Well, I know he starts while I'm still asleep, but he was a little lit. He was a little lit this morning. So. Yeah, Rita was on. What's the tea herb? Mona did what? What's the tea herb? Wait, who are we talking to? So I know nothing about gardening. I absolutely know nothing about gardening. I have to watch these channels, and there is one gentleman that I really like to watch because he's learning too, and I like to watch him. He does his by trial and error by him watching other channels. Lisa, mine lives out all year round, but it's against a south facing wall. Oh, mine just, if it gets below freezing, it just dies. And we don't always remember to bring it in. Rita said he decided to try that can his friend bought him. Oh. Rita says you can keep birds out of berry bushes by hanging something. You know what we have is wild huckleberries. I have 2 wild huckleberry plants, and they're old too. And every year we trim them down, and the next year it's just full, and the birds just come in and just eat the huckleberries. And do you know what happens when birds eat berries, Deb?
And what happens?
They poop berry. They have berry poop on your car.
Oh, that's right.
Because I could not remember. The first couple. Yes, the first year, couple years, or it was the first year I lived here. The huckleberry tree was like so wild, and or a bush. It was so wild. It was as big. It's as big as a tree. And my car kept having these pink and purple poop spots, and I'm like, "What are they eating?" And it was the berries from my berry bush. Oh, yeah, Zaza, why I don't hang out clothes because I'm lazy. My clothes goes in the dryer. Yes, it does. But you know what's worse on your car in the South than berry poop is love bugs. You have to wash your car all the time from them dang love bugs and the stink bugs. Oh no, I would be hopping mad. Oh, Rita said when I lived in Oregon, the birds would eat the juniper berries, which makes them drunk, and they crash into windows.
That's funny.
Yeah. Teresa said she hates a stink butt. I think most of us hate stink butts.
It's really bad when they get in your hair and you're trying to get them out.
Oh, Sherry has a wild huckleberry, but he's a cat. I'll be your huckleberry. Rita, that happens when they eat the crab apples in the winter. They fly into my bedroom window. That is so interesting that these birds are just eating stuff and getting drunk and flying into things. Stink butt. Oh no. Yeah, she said, but she said corrected herself. It was autocorrect. Zaza said, well, we have a lot of bugs here. We have a lot of bugs, and if you ever go out at night, um, there's some nighttime bugs that fly around that are really bad, and there are even there's some things that fly around at night, some moths that fly around at night that's a little scary because it looks like they have red eyes coming at you. Good morning, Donna Armstrong. How are you? So we are probably not going to stay on very long because we have to keep some things to talk about on the other live.
Oh, we just don't have a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah.
We're finishing up everything.
Oh, Joyce doesn't like the mosquito hawks, the skeeter eaters. Is that what you're talking about? I don't. I'm looking. So Joyce, I'm wondering if the mosquito hawks are the skeeter eaters, and they're kind of big. So as I don't like daddy long legs, they are stupid and forget how to fly. Donna Arms. Donna, did you have surgery? Did I forget that you had surgery? Sherry Wingeds, there's no CMs. I have dogs, frozen blueberries a while back. They had purple faces. They look like giant mosquitoes. Yeah, I call them skeeter eaters because they're
Buying that.
yeah, I call them skeeter eaters because I didn't know that they were, mosquito hawks. I didn't know that was the name of it. Sherry said we're always gonna have stuff to talk about. Y'all need to come up on the live, you know what I'm saying? You know? Oh, they fixed your wrist on Tuesday. I'm sorry. I I'm sorry. I don't remember, but I'm glad you are doing well.
Mona said she gave the dogs frozen blueberries a while back and they had purple faces.
Okay, so I also have a question for you all that feed your dogs naturally. Have you all made bone broth for your dogs? And how do
No.
you make bone broth? I've seen it several different ways for your dogs. Zaza, what is it?
Sherry says, my poor dog runs from them. They mess with his butt.
Are we talking about these skeeter eaters? What are we talking about? Mona said, I think you just boil bones. Not sure. I'm by my broth. Oh. Rita just puts meat in the Instapot and have the broth. So what I need to know, is do you have to strain the grease out of it? I mean, so I know how to make bone broth if you're making an Asian meal. I know how to make bone broth, but do you treat that different? Do you do it differently if it's a dog? You never strain the grease? And so you don't strain the fat for so my dog my inside dog, I make homemade dog food. Rita makes homemade dog food. And the only reason why I'm asking is because I want to freeze it. So that way they have frozen little treats throughout the summer. Good morning, Regina. Mona doesn't strain fat. I strain the fat when I'm making bone broth for an Asian meal. If I'm using it as a base, I strain the fat because the fat isn't always good with the noodles. That
Zaza says if you're making it for the dogs, don't strain it.
okay.
Good morning, Regina.
You freeze it. So that's I put all kind of stuff in it. So I was going to put vegetables and stuff in it with some bones. And I didn't know how I needed to treat it, if I needed to strain the grease or not, like I do when I'm cooking, like I said, bone broth, for when I don't, when I do cook. The grease is good for dogs and cat. Okay, so that's what I'll do. So yeah, I was going to put them in ice cube trays. Well, I was going to actually put them in little those little paper cups, those little Dixie cups that you get to that people used to keep in their bathrooms and stuff to rinse their mouth out and stuff, the little disposable cups. That's going to freeze them in the little disposable cups because I can put it in my outside freezer. Mona, like her dogs like strawberry. I have to be really, yeah, I don't put garlic. I have to be really careful with my inside dog with what he eats because I don't want him to get bloat or anything. Rita says I use the broth, extra lean turkey, eggs, and crushed eggshells, carrots, broccoli, cauliflower, sweet potatoes, and apples. See, I don't know if the grease would be good for their coats or not, Donna. That's why I'm asking.
I
Because
think it would be.
I put meat in my crock pot all the time, but I don't always use the broth that comes from it. And I was thinking, well, I can go ahead and use the broth for the dogs, but I didn't know how to treat it.
Hmm.
Oh, well, I don't want him having no accident in my house now. So, but he wouldn't be eating it consistently. I think I would give my dogs olive oil or food. So it's kind of funny because I've had dogs that have lived close to, 16, 17 years. Bye, Jim. I've had dogs that live close to
Hi, Jim.
16, 17 years. And then the bigger dogs, of course, they don't live as long. Most big dogs don't live as long. But my little dogs lived a really, really long time. But I'm very careful with their diets. I'm not one of those people that try different brands because they're on sale or, you know, um, That's good to know, Rita. I might just go ahead and get my big old boiling pot that I boil my seafood in, and just make a whole bunch of stock for them. That's good. That's good to need. So anyway, Deb,
Yes.
do you have any more to add before we end for the day?
No.
I have to go make butter beans. I have to go make butter beans.
Uh. No.
Yeah, my dogs cost me a lot of money too. Yeah, so I don't know what we're sewing. Well, we know what Deb's sewing. She'll be
Yeah.
working on.
I'm gonna be putting my borders on my quilt.
You like butter bean? I've never had butter beans in chili, Mona. That's interesting. Yeah, Regina, uh, I've got a pork
Six
butt.
hundred a month. Oh my God.
I've got a pork butt, and I asked him what he wanted to go with it, and because whenever I make a pork butt, I normally make the first day I have it, I make Hawaiian pork with it. I asked him what he wanted with it, and he said potato salad and butter beans. And I said I did not want potato salad because we just had potato salad, but he wanted butter beans, so I gotta go make him some butter beans. And I don't know what I'm gonna have with it. But anyway, we will see you back at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The live is on my channel, and then I think Deb's next week,
Yeah.
and then Mona's.
Yeah.
So we're just going to be switching out like we used to do on our Saturday nights, except it's going to be on Sunday. And if we want you to bring a project and so long. If you don't chat very much, that's okay. You can keep us on the background. I am going to go cook, and then I need to pull some fabric because I have a quilt I want to start. So, but we will see you after a while in a couple of hours. We're sorry that we were a little less than chatty this morning.
Hey, it's still been an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. Regina says, I've never had them until I met him. I'm Hispanic. He is Anglo country boy. It's Regina, I feel you. I was raised by Puerto Ricans in Hawaii where there are I never knew what I knew what a kunduri was, but did not know what a butterbean was. And so, first time he asked me for some butter beans, I'm like, "Butter what? Butter what?" Had no idea. I'm quite familiar with butter beans now. So I feel you, Regina. Sometimes it's like the only time I'm gonna put my foot down is if he says, "I caught these squirrels out there on the tree. Will you fix them up for me?" I'm not gonna do it.
Mm.
Oh, Mona, I love garbanzo beans. Oh, I love garbanzo beans. I can eat marinated garbanzo beans just like that. Mm. They are sawdust bullets, but that's what you make good dip with. I didn't know what country Regina, you and I are gonna have to talk because I didn't know what a country fried steak was until I didn't know what a
Country
country
fried
fried
steak is great.
I didn't know what it was until I came to the States either. Regina says, "I'm scared to ask," or Zaza said, "Regina, I'm scared to ask."
It's great.
Okay, we're gonna go. Hold your thoughts. Come back at 11 o'clock. You can ask your questions, and Regina, if you come back, we're gonna have to talk. Huh? We're gonna have to talk because there are.
Yes, Regina.
It's not only us learning; it's learning somebody else's culture, what they eat. But that's the same as when you marry somebody from the north, and a southerner and a northerner. It's like, what is that? You eat squeaky cheese? What is that curd thing?
Uh-huh.
But we will talk to you all later. And
Yep.
we hope to see you back at 11. Thank you for hanging out and staying. For those of you who are just going to go on with your day, just be blessed and be safe. And we'll see you the next time. Bye. Bye. My outro is going to be short, so bye.